We hold the hope for our clients. That can be a really challenging thing to do. But part of our core value and our commitment to them is that we will remain open and hopeful. We're not in charge of whether somebody gets sober or not. We can't decide when somebody gets sober or not. We always wish that it's going to be their first time in treatment, that they have a spiritual awakening, and that their life has changed, and that they stay sober for the rest of their lives, and they go on to lead a meaningful and purposeful life. However, we know that that's not the path that many people take. The invitation at Sagebrush is to really see people, our clients, as having the same potential as every other client. So when a client walks through the door, maybe they've relapsed 5 times or 500 times, right? Our job is to still see the potential and the hope and know that the miracle that has to happen in order for somebody to be sober can happen at any moment. Remembering that we're not in charge of making that miracle happen, right? But we are responsible for creating the container, creating the environment, and making sure that people know that people like them can, will, and do recover. I know that that's frustrating to remain in that place of holding the hope for that person who generally hates themselves by the time they come to treatment. At least part of them hates themselves because they are powerless and they can't stop using and they're suffering, deeply suffering. And so, a big part of our job besides the counseling and therapy part is to see them really from our heart to their hearts as a person who is worthy of life and sobriety and happiness and joy, and to help to create that opportunity, that container, and to facilitate the journey that we know people go on in order to get and stay sober. It can be frustrating. It is frustrating. It can be exhausting. It can be daunting. It can feel like people aren't getting sober. People are dying from overdoses, people who we've treated. It can be sad. I mean, it is sad when that happens, and it's that much harder to hold hope for other people when we've had losses, when people don't recover the way and the time that we think they should. But it's an opportunity for us to keep turning it over, right? Showing up every day, doing the best work that we can with an open and full heart so that we have something to give, because we know our clients don't have anything left for themselves. Their tank is empty. They have no hope. They don't resonate with that, right? And so that's one of the biggest gifts we can give them, is holding this knowledge that you too can have a purposeful and meaningful and joyful and fulfilling and wonderful life. And the doorway to that life is through sobriety.